Today I will show you guys the best new updated settings for mouse and keyboard. I've tested them out for a while now and tweaked everything to perfection. And the best part is that this works for both PC and console players. With these new settings, your aim will literally feel insane. And you also get lower input delay. The sensitivity is the perfect match between having crazy aim and good mechanics. With these settings, you will feel like a pro player. So make sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump into the video. So I'll try to get this dub, and the settings will be at the end of the video. What? Yo! Bro, I'm so rushed right now, it's crazy. My bad, bro. I'm so lucky. Unlucky, bro. Well played. Bro was not ready for that. GG's, bro. Get a purple pump as well. $200. Aimbot. The sense is just crazy. Oh, I see him. Nice. Let's go. Okay, so for my settings, I'm of course playing on full screen. This gives the lowest input delay possible, so make sure you're playing on this as well. This doesn't matter if you're on console though. My resolution is 1920 by 1080, which is standard. If you have a 27-inch monitor, I would for sure recommend 1440p. I don't play on stretched or anything like that, as I actually feel like I get more lag. Desync should 100% be turned off, otherwise you get crazy input delay. My FPS is capped at 240 FPS. I currently have a 240 Hz monitor, so there's no point having more FPS than that. If you're playing on one of the latest consoles such as PS5 or Xbox Series S or X, make sure you have 120 FPS enabled, as this will make your game feel so much better. If you can't turn it on, it's because you need to have a 120 Hz monitor. My rendering mode is set to performance mode, as this gives me the most FPS and lowest input delay possible. And for my brightness, I have it set to 111%, which makes the game a little bit more brighter than having standard 100%. And no, I don't play with colorblind mode. Some people were asking if I do, as my colors in my videos are popping, but that's simply because I've turned up the vibrance in my video editing software. For 3D resolution, I have this set to 100%, so it's good quality. I don't like when edges and stuff like that are blurry. For view distance, I have it set to medium, which I feel like is the perfect distance. I get no performance issues, and I don't have to be extremely close to things before they load. My textures are set to low to get the lowest input delay. Show FPS I have turned on, so I know if there are any issues, and latency markers are turned off. And I have reflex set to on plus boost. If you have an NVIDIA graphics card, I recommend you to turn this on as well, as it lowers the input delay like crazy. If you get issues while having on plus boost, try to set it to just on and see if it gets better. For my volume settings, I have set sound quality to low and also turned on visualize sound effects. This makes it so I can see footsteps and stuff like that on my screen. For my game settings, I have disabled the pre-edit option so I don't mess up my edits. I also auto-confirm edits set to edit. This used to be called edit on release, and I for sure recommend this, as your edits are so much faster. It might take a while to get used to it if you didn't have this on before. For NVIDIA highlights, I have this turned off as it gave me input delay. I also recommend you to turn off all of the replays, as this will improve your performance like crazy. My damage scale is set to 125% and my HUD is at 75. And now for probably the most important setting, the sensitivity. I have mine at 8% for both X and Y, and I'm playing on 800 DPI. Make sure you know what DPI you're playing on. You can usually check this in your mouse's software. My targeting and scope sense are both set to 50%. I don't use any building or editing boost, so it's just set to the standard 100. And yes, I am in fact using double movement. So custom diagonals are turned on. I have forward set to 64, strafe angle set to 90, and the backward angle set to 122. For my standard keybinds, I'm using V to sprint, 1 to auto run, and R to reload. I have my pickaxe on X. My rifles are usually on F, and my shotguns are on Q. I'm using scroll wheel up to pick up weapons, as you can pick up stuff extremely fast with this. I also have 3 as a secondary keybind, as sometimes the mouse wheel isn't working. For my building keybinds, I'm using my front mouse button for my walls and the back one for my stairs. My floors are on shift and my cones are on C, which I click with my thumb. Oh, and my traps are set on T. I edit with E to get the lowest distance possible from my movement keys. This helps my editing speed a lot, actually. And I also use scroll wheel reset, of course. So both building edit and reset building edit have the scroll wheel as a secondary key. And that's basically all of my settings. Make sure you give them a try and let me know what you think. Also, make sure to comment your own settings if you think yours are better. Maybe I'll give them a try. Oh, and by the way, if you want to find the settings of actual pro players, you can join my map practice settings. You can literally find all the settings that your favorite players are using. I have also made a tutorial which teaches you how to find your own perfect settings. And there are also a ton of different practice areas as well, so you won't have to leave the map to try them out. Anyway, guys, that was it for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.